ATM machine.
Ooh, you.
Really should put them to deal with you.
Huh?
You're gone.
Who?
You. You allow your village people to follow you to your house.
Hello guys, welcome back to my life. So in today's video I'm with my colleague, my elder brother. Actually we're like twins. Are we not like twins? The reason why I'm saying that we are like twins is because we were working in the same company. We left that company and then we came here together. We're in the same company, so I'll be moving. If he goes to another company, I'll follow him. And if I go to another company, he will follow me. Welcome to my life. Please share my life. So I'm going to be asking him some questions about Bahrain, and you know, a lot of people are saying there are no jobs in Bahrain, things. So if I'm saying it like a blogger, and according to the way I've studied everything. But I'm not going to say too much. I'll ask him some few questions and then you will hear from his own personal perspectives. Because anyways, let me not talk too much. My name is Nessa and your name is
Kapi.
Okay.
Man for Liquid. Man for Liquid.
He also has his own YouTube channel, Man for Liquid. So you guys should check it out. He's an upcoming YouTuber. He teaches people how to make all drinks, mojitos, you know, coffee and everything. But for me, you know, I concentrate with Bahrain. So my first question I want to ask you is, why do you choose Bahrain?
I never actually chose Bahrain, but I didn't have a choice. So with the condition of one or two that was happening back home, let's say I just had to find myself in Bahrain.
So you don't actually like staying in Bahrain or what?
Normally we are already, let's say Cameroon was a little bit like hell, and Bahrain is hotter than hell. So you cannot expect, if I could not live in my own hometown, Douala.
Yeah.
So how do you expect me to tell you I like Bahrain?
But you know, in Bahrain we also have the cold time. Like sometimes, you know, the weather is cold, and of course, Douala is not cold throughout.
Yeah, so that's it.
So let's say your main reason for coming to Bahrain is because you just come and hustle.
Yeah.
So, but if you have an opportunity to go to that country, you go.
One-way ticket.
Meaning you don't like staying in Bahrain. So well, you don't like staying with me.
Actually, there's a difference between staying in Bahrain and staying with you.
What's the difference?
Okay. Now, staying in Bahrain is very hectic, and staying with you is wahala. So it's always fun being around you. You're a jovial person, and automatically it makes things, daily life goes easy.
Okay.
Yeah,
so that means like I'm a jovial person. I'm making him to stay in Bahrain.
like this. Not more than this.
Okay, so what can you tell people who are planning to come to Bahrain? What is your advice? What can you tell people who say, okay, I want to come to Bahrain? What can you tell them?
All right, through my experience, I will say at first, if you tell me to...
Welcome to my life.
If you tell me to tell somebody...
Please share.
...to come to Bahrain, I would say no. It's better you look for elsewhere. But I will say opportunity comes but once. And if you have that chance to travel out, please travel out. Do not stay back. Traveling contains a lot of experience. If I have to give you my own experience, you will not like to travel.
Okay. So
the only thing I will tell you is, if you want to come and hustle. We have a lot of jobs. If you are willing to work, you will work. Once you come to Bahrain, stop this other like third party talk. Oh, my cousin came back already because there was no job. No. The only advice I can give to you is, if you want to travel to Bahrain, travel. And make sure you get a good employer or somebody that can assist you with your visa. A very confidential somebody. Because once that person misuses you, I promise you, your life here will be more hell than the one I'm feeling under the sun.
Let me try to share more of this life. Guys, I need to share this life more. So
Is that my laptop?
Can you put it on?
Okay.
I'm putting to the right thing. Okay. Oi. Guys, sorry for the distraction. You know,
That's how she is. I already told you.
don't mind.
Among all the evil spirits I know, this is their senior.
I'm not evil spirit. How can you say that? Anyways, I'm trying to look for something here. So, you know. Ay.
Saying you're evil spirit doesn't actually means you fly in the night, you know.
Means what?
It simply means you behave like this little mermaid, you know. Those small wishy.
Guys, don't mind him. We have a lot to talk about today. A whole lot. But before going to details, I need, you know, to make sure some people are here and they can see this with me. Okay, let's go back. Yes. So according to my colleague, what he said is traveling is a trying something. Like, you should always give a try when you want to travel, Abi.
Yeah.
Like, you should not give hope, like you should not give up because you've heard somebody say that, oh, they came to Bahrain and did not get work, and you should give up. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay. So another thing is, a lot of people keep on saying, like, let's say on TikTok, there's a guy who is actually a YouTuber. I don't know if he's a YouTuber actually, but he talks about Bahrain just like I do. And then he was like, don't come to Bahrain because there are no jobs in Bahrain. Don't come to Bahrain because there are no jobs in Bahrain. And then a lot of people kept on contradicting, and they saying, yes, don't come to Bahrain because there are no jobs. Hi, welcome to my life. Please share my life. So I want to ask you, are there jobs in Bahrain?
All right. The best way to put that answer is, the answer should be like 40-60. Now, the 60 is a lot of people before coming, they are already like aiming high, which means they don't like come to start from the basic. They come because they heard, oh, we have a job. Imagine, okay, let's say you are earning around 400 BD. That 400 BD should be around 600,000 francs in Cameroon currency if you convert it. So imagine somebody will tell you, I'm earning 600,000.
Yeah.
And you leave your job or your daily job that you were doing. That was, if you calculate it per month, you are even earning more than that person, because first of all, when you are home, you have freedom. But here you don't have that freedom. So you leave that job and you come here, you go for interview, they are giving you 150, which is around 225,000 francs. So from that moment, you start saying there are no jobs. Those are the first steps you take to accomplish something in Bahrain.
Okay.
With the notion of, I heard you are earning 400, ask yourself, how long has that person made in Bahrain before earning
that amount
of money? That is the first thing we fail to understand. Now we have jobs for around that 150 BD. But people with what they have in mind, the idea they gave to them, you will discover jobs are not available. Because you are looking for a high-paid job, and you are leaving the low ones.
Okay.
You are renting, you have to eat.
Yeah.
Automatically, when they ask you, you will say jobs are not available. But if you could calm down yourself, you start from the beginning. At the end of the day, you discover we have jobs.
So let me cut you short, sorry.
Okay.
So are you trying to tell me that if somebody comes, if somebody comes to Bahrain, are you going to encourage a person to be taking low pay salary, let's say 80 BD for example? They are paying this 80 BD and they pay accommodation, transportation, and they even give you one square meal. Are you going to encourage this person to take 80 BD? Of course we know how 80 BD is small, but if you're converting this 80 BD to Cameroon CFA, it's 100 plus, because 60 BD is 100k. And then let's say you're working in a company and they are giving you all the necessary facilities you need. Will you encourage this person to work on this low paying salary or no?
Okay, now with people who have backgrounds, some might take it, some might not.
Okay.
Because for example, for me, I will not accept the job. Why? I have responsibilities. So you accept a job based on the weight of the responsibility that you have to carry.
Okay.
For example, if you are not married, if you don't have a lot of responsibility back home,
like you don't have children,
yeah, let me tell you something. From there you can start rather than going back home.
Okay.
First of all, they are paying you 80 BD. You have accommodation, you have transport, you have 1 square meal a day. That should be like how can we say, it should be like enough.
Yeah.
We have people whom some company have taken them from their country. They bring them, they are earning 50 BD.
Yeah, true.
You understand?
Yeah.
And that 50 BD, they are still like, it's like the company is still extorting something from them in that their 50 BD. So compare yourself with the person earning that one.
Okay. But you have not answered my question. Are you going to encourage this person to take this low paying salary? Okay, assuming the person has responsibilities back home, and before the person traveled to Bahrain, he or she had sold everything they had back home, and then they get to Bahrain and they are looking for a job, and then the only opportunity they could get is to have this low paying job. What would be your advice for this person?
All right, Matthew 7:7. See, a bird at hand is better than
100 flying.
Good. So first mistake, how can you be traveling and you are selling everything? Yeah. Okay, apart of that one,
okay,
I will not encourage a person to take the job. Okay. You understand? So which means my first answer is no. Okay. But now on the second thought, I will not like that person to go back home, because where are you going to?
Where are you going to?
So those are the certain things you need to first of all check. Okay. For me, it is small, and I will not advise somebody to go in for that one. But as a backup plan, do not go back home. You have at least 3 months to stay on that salary. Yeah. And if it does not go, you have collected that 80 times 3. If you were keeping it, you can use it. You get maybe an bed space. You stay there for a while, because the first thing first
is your shelter.
Is your shelter. And once you have capital for your shelter, let me not lie, you will gain access to a job. Okay.
And also transportation, because you know Bahrain, the transportation is so costly. Like if you have to pay taxi, anyway, well, let's say it's costly if you have to take taxi. Yeah. But if you have to take a bus, but you know bus will not enter into certain places, so it will end in some particular areas. Yeah. That's where the wahala will come. But now if you have money that you can be paying taxi to go for your interviews there or good to go. So what you're trying to say is you have 2 advice for this person. The first thing is you tell the person not to take this job. Instead, he or she should hustle more and look for a better option. And the next advice you're telling me is you're going to advise this person to take this job. And then for the time being, because you have 3 months in Bahrain, you have 3 months probation. So within that 3 months, you can be saving that money. And let's say you're saving, because in the accommodation or where you're working, remember they give you transportation, they give you food, and they give you house. So what do you need? Maybe you will just need money to buy, let's say, your toiletries, you understand. So if they are giving you all these things, you advise the person to go on with this job, right? Okay, so anybody who is taking salary of 80 BD, don't lose hope, because you know you have a better option. That is,
there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes I wonder why they cannot just
Shift the tunnel.
Shift the light in front, not even the tunnel. Shift the light in front, you hold the torch, and you walk through the tunnel.
Right. So, anyways, guys, don't be discouraged when they come. So now let's go back to the issue of, are there jobs in Bahrain? You did not land, so sorry for the interruption.
All right.
We'll go back to the question.
Okay. Now, like I earlier said, the job vacancy is 60-40, which means I cannot like 100% say it is 50-50.
Okay.
You understand? Now, the scarcity of job is more, but with your connection that you have, there's job. A lot of people out here have job vacancy.
Yes.
But now the problem is they want something before they give out the
jobs. Okay.
For example, where I work, when we have vacancy, what I do is I try to go, even if it is on TikTok, I showcase the jobs out.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anybody in Bahrain. I'm here, you are here.
You know me. You know me. How guys don't know anybody?
Evil spirit. When I said nobody, I didn't I didn't like specify like some people. When I mean like I don't know who is, I don't know like an external relation, friend, somebody that if they ask me, Kapi, do you guys have somebody that needs a job? Definitely I will say no, because I don't have anybody at that moment.
Yeah. And
that vacancy will be gone.
Okay.
But now, if I had somebody, it will be easy for me to channel that job to the person. So the reason why job scarcity is very scarce in Bahrain is that companies will tell some of their senior staffs, please, if you have somebody that needs a job, please bring him. At least if the person comes through you, it will be easier. Now you discover that person now with a big head like my own, will simply go back and said, you know what? There's this job vacancy, but you give me 50 BD before I give you the job. So imagine somebody who just traveled and come, needs a job, and you're instead like extorting again from that person. So how do you want to explain that there are jobs in Bahrain? If some of us release this how do you call
calm down.
So, some of us are very eager, which means it's never enough.
Yeah, we want more. That's just how humans are now.
No,
sometimes we are not satisfied. Okay, so
yes, in fact, everything in this life is 50-50.
Okay,
which means this hand watches the other one. So some people have decided that this hand will always be like this. It cannot close to be open to another person.
It will be closed just for you.
That is the reason why we don't have jobs. Some people are shouting about us black. Some people are shouting about us black people not having the advantages of having jobs. See, one thing I will tell us black people or us Africans here in the Middle East. First thing first, your manners of approach matters.
Exactly.
Your ways of dressing matters.
They say dress how you want to be addressed.
Thank you. They cannot call you for interview. And you just get up hectares scatters and you are rushing for interview. No, you have to prepare. First thing first, presentation. Second, in fact, presentation even comes second. First thing first, timing. Once you leave Africa, know you are out of Africa.
There's nothing like African timing.
No, it's not acceptable. If they tell you interview is 3:30, make sure you are there. At least if you are late, 3:15. You sit. I'm telling you, even another corrupt somebody will come at exactly that 3. They will still choose you. Why?
You're punctual.
You're punctual.
You keep to time.
So those are some of the things that make we are so like some of us are the problem why we don't have jobs. You go for interview, maybe you just enter you. What is your name? You like reverse everything.
Because
you try to memorize everything.
You're panicking.
The one advice I'll tell anybody looking for a job is this: sell yourself out on your CV. Make it known, even if you never knew about the job, or you don't even know the job. Take your time. There's everything you need online. 30 minutes will not kill you to pick a tutorial of something. 30 minutes will not kill you to learn about that company on Instagram, Facebook, or you even just go to Google, you type it, the name of the company,
and you'll get information
information about the company. Prepare yourself, you go for interview, and then you come back and you tell me if you do not have a job.
It's all about the preparation.
Thank you.
So when you prepare, of course, you're going to get something, valuable for yourself. But if you don't prepare, they say failure to prepare is preparing to fail.
That's it. If you are not informed, you are deformed. So I will tell you guys, there's job in Bahrain, but you have to be patient enough to get the job. If somebody calls you or tells you if it is direct employment, make sure you ask your questions. If you don't know how to ask the question, go online wherever you are, even if it's in Africa. Go online, Google search about the country you are going to. Know some of the rules and regulations.
Okay.
Their laws here don't lie. That's one thing that's good about them. The law don't lie. They have this we call LMRA. If you have any problem, visit their office.
But regarding this LMRA thing that we always talk about and try to understand, somehow I feel like they are more favorable to the, let's say, to the Bahrainese or to the people in the Middle East than to us, the Africans. What can you say about that?
All right. Some of the problem there is us.
Okay.
Once you sign a contract, to breach that contract, you have to either pay a certain amount. You understand?
Yeah.
You have to pay a certain amount of money for the employer to let you go.
Okay.
And failure to do that, can you imagine? We had, I'm sure one of our colleagues, he worked for 11 months. And within that 11 months, it's like where he was in hell.
Yeah.
He ran away.
Okay.
So can you imagine? You run away because you just have 1 month left to complete your 1 year. They will not do anything. Do you know it took him about 2 extra years
for him to get something
doing,
and that to be done with his wahala that he got from the job?
So it's very simple. If they place a runaway case on your head, there's nothing you can do.
Okay.
Unless you go back to Africa. And even if you want to go back to Africa, you will have to settle every bill you have. You don't leave Bahrain like that.
You settle all the wahala.
You will settle everything. So with the LMRA, the only reason they support their people,
it's when you're wrong.
on my own opinion, is when you are wrong. Those guys don't favor anybody. If you go there, you lay your complaint, they call the office. I had a case there, and I moved to LMRA. In fact, my own case.
we are learning from experience.
My own case also was very tough until God blessed me with my new boss lady.
Okay.
She had to see
into
it. So automatically, just you need to understand, in Bahrain they don't cancel a visa when your time has not finished, or your employer has not said yes, transfer him or her to another visa. So that is just the case. And once you go to LMRA with a runaway case, there are just 2 things involved.
Yeah.
It's either you follow the right way or you follow the wrong way. Which is, it's either you go back to your company, or you wait for the visa to expire.
Okay.
If it expires, you are safe. But if you have a continuous runaway case,
you're in trouble.
There's nothing you can do. You will serve that period, or you will come to an agreement. It's either you work for the penalty or you pay
The money.
Yes, for the penalty.
Okay.
So those are some of the rules El Mari does. And for me, with my opinion, those guys, they don't favor even
Anybody.
their own people. So if you have any problem out there, follow it. They give you time, make sure you are there on time.
You know, I've never had any issue concerning these LMRA things. One way or the other, I always try to skip them because anything concerning police, no. I know the police are your friends in Bahrain because for me, I have had encounters with the police on several occasions. Like for example, I was going out with my friend one time and then his car stopped. So when his car stopped, it was at the middle of the road. Guess what? The police stopped there and they were like, "You need assistance, you need..." In Cameroon. In Cameroon, the way they
in Africa, my neighboring country, waiting they do for middle road. Carry your nonsense motor come out. So
yeah, I know that the police are your friends. I even made a video about it because I have experienced it. Even the first time I ever went to my medicals when I came to Bahrain. So the day I was doing my medicals, I did not know. I've had so many. I've even break the taxi. Like I saw a police wearing his police uniform. I didn't know. I mean, the guts I had. I didn't know it was a police. So I'm like, I'm breaking him. Then he's like, "Where are you going to?" Then a guy is telling me that's a police car. I said, "Oh," I'm going to break, and the man is asking me, "Where are you going to? Do you want me to drop you?" I said,
yeah,
really?
The people, they are very nice for that one.
And then the other one, I went to do my medicals, and then I saw him with his uniform. He's really with the brown khaki. I said, "Please, where is the hospital?" But other people in Cameroon, I cannot even dare now. You will look for your location. You will find your place alone.
They're crazy. To a fool.
If the way they can answer you, I mean the way they can talk to you,
Oneula.
you will not have the energy to continue asking the question. I just like, okay, let me just go. So yeah, for me, the police are your friends. But regardless of that, I don't want to have any case concerning the El Mari. So I'm just trying to, dodge away from any wahala and stuff because another one can just turn on your side, you see. So it's always good to settle your issue with your boss or with whoever you're working, because when you reach to to that extent, my guy, my sister, you might get yourself into a deep wahala that you'll not be able to resolve. So okay, I have another question for you. So I have one of my friends. She's not so educated. When I mean not so educated, like she doesn't have the advanced level, she does not have the O level, she has just a first school. Do you think she can come here and make it in Bahrain? And why do you think so? If yes, why do you think so? If no, why do you think so?
Obviously, the answer should be yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's say Bahrain is also like how can we put it? Bahrain is like a refurbishing center, which means you don't need certificate to work in Bahrain.
Okay.
You need your head,
Your hands,
and
your legs.
In fact, you need energy. So, coming to Bahrain, they don't ask for qualifications. Understand? So, the people that can face this problem are people for like the medical section, teachers, and who again? Let's just say those two for now. Those are like the most two people that if they have to come to Bahrain to look for something of that nature, they need all their certified documents and approvals.
Updated.
So, but apart of that one, man, you cannot tell me you want to be a waiter and they are asking you for your certificate. Is it Cameroon? In Cameroon, if you want to
you even cleaning, house help,
you will bring your advanced level. Like, who does that? That's what I do the thing for you.
That's what they do over here. You know, there was some time back home when I was in Cameroon, I wanted to do house help. I wanted to go for a house help job. So the criteria they told me to do house help, hey, at the end of the month to be earning maybe 35,000. Only the conditions, I mean, the rules. I say, is it only for this job or is it for something else? The way I carried my 2 legs and just walk out the go, I said,
it's for the job. So, if she's planning to come, It's even an opportunity and an advantage too for her.
Okay.
In Bahrain, we have a lot of nationalities. Some don't even speak English. So if you can speak English, you know how to count, you know how to read map, you know your left and right. My sister, Biko, move dey go.
Ta'ali.
Ta'ali.
Arabic man say ta'ali.
So there's no limitation for people in Bahrain. We have a lot of jobs that don't even give opportunity for you to interact with another person. You understand? Which means you don't even need to know English before you come. Just know if you can, if you even know like broken pigeon very well, come bring it.
Me coming, you know, I even entered the taxi. Me, hey God. I entered the taxi and then I told him, I'm dropping next junction. The guy told me that they speak good English. I'm like, do you know how to speak English? All this, your me coming, going, you left, right. Do you know how to speak English? Can you come when you want to talk about English? Can you speak English? He's like, speak good English, and I laughed. And if you hear the bars he's speaking, hey God.
So those are like some of the things. Let that one not scare you away. All right. Actually, for me, with the type of jobs that we have, the types of jobs that we are doing, I even believe maybe some of the schools we went to, some of the certificate we had,
It has no use.
has no use. The time we were wasting, just be like this evil spirit. See, before in the next 5 years to come, she how can we say she will be like a boss lady? So at a certain young age, if your child refuses to go to school, there's no need sending the child to garage. Yes, garage is a good thing. For mechanics here, they pay them very well. Send them to garage. After they have that certificate for the garage, away them.
You know what happened when I finished my diploma, because I was studying nursing. So when I finished, and then I told my father, okay, Daddy, the good thing about my father is when I tell him something, he will always listen to me. I told him, Daddy, you're in Dubai, right? I don't care, because for my mom, her plan was, Vanessa, I wanted to go to Canada, I wanted to further her studies still. Now she keeps on singing, I wanted to go to Canada, I want to further her studies. I'm like, okay, Mama, she wants me to be a nurse, because from small, she's like, this is my own nurse in the house, this is my own doctor, my doctor. That's what she's been saying. So when I finished, my diploma, and then my aunt, my mom was like, I want you to go to Canada, don't go to Dubai. I told my mother that, let me go to Dubai first. From Dubai, we can go to another place. I don't need to stay in Cameroon. What am I doing in Cameroon? I don't need to go to any further school. If I want to go to school, I can go to another place and then
go to school.
So when I went, I told my father that, Daddy, you know what? This month should not pass. I want to be in Dubai. And for my father, I don't know, the grace is just on him. It's not like he's earning too much or something, just that he has that grace. When I told him, January, immediately after my birthday, he just told me like, 4 or 5 days after that, Vanessa, you know what? You're traveling to Dubai. You're coming to Dubai. You come and work here as a nurse. And heaven knows, I did that nursing because of my uncle and my aunt that are actually in Saudi. It wasn't my call. I didn't really like doing the nursing in the first place. But my mom saw it like, okay, she's good at all this, taking care of people, so she's going to be a nurse. And my aunt and my uncle told me that this nursing pays, so I advise to go for nursing. But for me personally, I wanted to do political science. I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be able to defend people, because one thing I know is I'm good at arguing. So I wanted to do law. I started doing law in the first year when I was in university.
You left journalism for who?
My grandma told me that I'll either be a journalist or I'll be a teacher. But for me, I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to do law. I was very good actually. I was doing my political science, and then after I said, okay, I'll continue. When my auntie and my uncle came, at that time they did pay my fees. So of course, whatever they tell you is what you will do. So they pay my fees, and they told me, you know what? You're good in political science, but law does not pay in Cameroon. Law does not pay anyone. What are you doing with law? Go and do nursing. If you do nursing, then you can now travel out and become something. Look at me, oh, I'm here on my nursing diploma. What am I doing? I'm a scooper. I'm scooping. See, I'm scooping.
You have certificate in scooping.
I have certificate in scooping. So, education for me sometimes is not all about everything. It's not all about the education. So, like you said, you don't necessarily need the degrees to come. Once you have the thing about Bahrain is
just need energy.
You need energy. If you come to Bahrain and you start making lazy around, you're not going to have a job. You should have the strength, because there are times that let's say we go for events. I'm working 15 hours straight. There's no break. We go for events, we have work, and if you don't have that energy, you cannot work that work. So if you're coming to Bahrain, you need to have that man force, that power to work. If you don't have the power to work, you just better stay in Cameroon, and maybe you go and write your police concours.
That's true. You just be eating your achu anyhow.
You go and write your police concours, or you gotta do something. But if you're traveling needs. Even this morning when I woke up from bed, and then I woke up, my alarm woke me up around 6, and I asked myself, do I really need this salary for this week? For this particular today, do I need the salary? If I don't wake up, what will happen? I was feeling so lazy, so you just need the strength and the energy. So that being said,
it's not easy. Being in Bahrain is very tough, but it should not be a limitation for anybody who wants to come. Okay, so every blessed day we face new challenges, but I will keep telling people, if you have your means of coming, you come. Your chi might not be like my own, which means overtaking is allowed. So do not be reluctant, do not be discouraged. Somebody discourages you, tell the person, I'm small, but my God is bigger. Those are the first thing you need to put in your head. Traveling takes a lot.
Yeah. Traveling is learning. So let's move to the next question, which will be my last. If only I don't remember something else to ask you. What do you think about working with Africans, in particular Cameroonians? What's your take about working with these people, this set of nationality?
Okay, let's say on a very short period of time, I've worked briefly with a lot of nationalities. So, first of all, being in a foreign land and working with somebody from your own line makes it a little bit complicated. Why? When the two of you are working, it's just like overtaking is allowed. One person will always try to shadow
the other.
Which means if I came and met you, the highest thing I will be doing is either I want to be like you or I want to be in the same level with you. But we fail to understand something. That person that has been there already has the power that you don't have. Submit. Obey before you complain. Those are the certain things. Working with your African colleague does not mean the two of you are in Cameroon. No. Here, first come, first save. Which means that your colleague has power over you. Anything he says to the management can be evicted on you. So, for my own opinion, the people I've worked with in my next line of work, if I could maybe still work with them, I would really like it. Because for my experience, my own African people that I'm working with, actually I don't know if it's because I'm the best. It's because they are the best. Well, you can testify.
No, me, I'm always looking for trouble.
Yeah, so for that part, you can testify about that one. The few that I've worked with, no, they are good. I've worked with Kenyan, Ugandans, Ghana, Cameroon, and then let's just say partially Nigeria. So I've worked with these nationalities, and my experience Out here, I hear, oh, this. Everybody has a story to tell, but keep your story to yourself. Don't bring it and maybe
discourage
somebody. That's very bad. Some experience are best left unsaid. Keep it to yourself.
Hi, Amazing Grace.
You keep it, because just imagine now, even if I have problem with some of my colleagues, everywhere there's problem.
Yeah.
I will not come back and I'll call, pick my phone, I call home, they say, how was your day? I say, man, there's this Ugandan person that is like stressing me. No. One thing I do is, I will simply try to see how I can mend that problem. Communication is the key.
Welcome to my life.
So if you have been working with another nationality and you are facing or you are having a hard time, see, if you were this high, calm down to their level. Try to communicate with them. Africans get angry today, and maybe for 1 year they don't talk
to each other.
Why? Now you defeat me.
Lack of communication sometimes, because for me, I think if you get me angry, like for you, like for you, if you get me, no, most of the times he does not get me angry. I'm the one who always get him angry. So most of the times if I just piss him off, I always have a way to apologize. I'll be like, where bro, you just look at me like this, and that's all. That's my own way of apologizing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Amazing Grace, it's just to wait for the pressure to go down.
Yes. So sometimes I'll just be like, where bro, I'll just, try to fool him, and that's all. He'll not be. But that's because he's a guy. Guy has their own way of understanding. But when if it's a girl, hey, this one will put the face, this one will put the face this way. Everybody will be like this. Nobody wants to talk to the friend. So
which is very bad. It's very difficult to work with somebody you don't talk to. Especially my line of work. You cannot work with somebody you are not talking to. Never. Even at the end of the day, you discover that punches and knives might be flying around the cafe because. So it's just so bad. Okay, we have a lot of problems. Some of us live our houses with problem, but that does not mean you should bring it or china it in your job site. No. You cannot have two jobs that is giving you headache at the same time. Keep one aside. All right?
But from my own personal experience, when it comes to working with people, what she's saying, like Happy and I,
when we used to work together,
so people used to have issue.
Her own case, when she is pressured, oh,
she does not talk to you.
Nah. Anything you say is a problem. So that's how you do to understand people.
Okay.
When I understood, she has, like, when she's pressured, leave her alone. If she kept something wrongly, it's just simple. Take the thing without complaining or without saying anything. Once you tell her,
fire to fire. Fire will just start catching there.
So the thing is very easy. When you are working with people, you need to understand people. Everybody does not have the same character.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's just it. The way I behave with you is not the same way I behave with my other colleagues. Yeah. But at a certain level, I try to bring all together as one, which means I don't need to separate myself from you because I behave with you differently. No. We all have to dangle in that same circle. If you don't like me in that circle, then I'm not sure we will be together. So everything you need to do, especially at the job site, it's called teamwork. Forget about any other aspect that you had.
Yeah.
If this man is lazy, try to make that person faster. Bring the person closer to you. That person will pick up. If you see any of your colleague that is faster than you, try to copy what he or she is doing. Now, one thing I hate about us African is that when somebody is doing something like more than you, instead of you trying to help the person to catch up with the person, you after all you just look for a place that you see to say, after all, now we use this broken language. Say, by the way, you've been jackass. Now you like for work. Which if you instead like assist that person, is very simple. That was already overtime, and they are not paying for that overtime. Instead, assist the person to cut the overtime short. Next time, that overtime will not happen.
Like for me, sometimes when I'm working in the shop, like in a cafe, when it comes to, let's say, closing the sales, like in the evening, most of the times, maybe I did a double punch or something, then he's working. Let's say they pick him up because we have different branches. So if they pick him up first and then I come to my branch, when he comes there and he sees that I'm not done, the first thing he was telling me is that, where is the mistake for? Where did you get the mistake? Where's the mistake? And I'll be like, no, don't help me. I want us to finish here and go home. He's not asking me, he's telling me, I want us to finish here and go home. So tell me, where have you cleaned the floor? Have you done this? Which have you not done? He will just try to assist me so we can hurry from there and go home. But if it's in a part where, you know, I'm there, I'm trying to struggle. You know, sometimes we used to even have pancakes in the evening, late hour
late
orders. And then you sit in the car and you don't assist me. Okay, if you sit in the car and you don't assist me, you will wait for me to take my time and clean everywhere and finish. But when you come and give me a helping hand, it makes me to be fast and also reduce the timing. Let's say the time that I have to sit more in the car, it will be less for you. So I think it's a little bit of communication and also understanding. Because you understand your colleague and you want to always give a helping hand. For him, it's always the helping hand, because me, I'll leave inside there. I'll leave inside there. So even like, let's say we walk now at the beach in Zalak, Bilash. So we walk there now. Let's say if I'm doing something, I'm trying to do something and it's not going, he will leave whatever he's doing and come and assist me. Just that, let's finish here and then we can continue.
Thank God you don't bring her for life.
Because once
I'll leave you there.
You will not leave me there. Because once I'm stuck, we cannot continue with the thing. So we always have to, you know, assist each other. So according to his own experience when it comes to working with blacks or with Africans, he's fine. Yeah.
In fact, any nationality, I'm good.
You know, I had an issue working with Arabic nationality. You know the company I told you I was working there? I worked in that company for, is it 1 week or 2? I resigned. I said I'm not working anymore. Because when our company where we're working, it shut down. We had a very good boss. Trust me. We had a very good and understanding boss. So when that company shut down, he looked for me a job. I think he sent you a person. He looked for us jobs.
Looking for us jobs.
He sent me to somewhere. The pay was good, but they did not provide me accommodation. I said, no, I'm not there. Who will start looking for a house? And then I got another job. And then when he told me that he's working in a company, I'm like, you're working in a company, I'll come and meet you. He kept on telling me, no, just be patient, calm down, just be patient, you know, work here. I said, okay, let me try. I tried that week. I was calling him every day. I see, these people that are not treating me well, I cannot stay here. And then the person that I had an issue was an Arabic lady. Sometimes I think when two ladies work, they don't understand themselves. You know, us they always get too much pressure and tension, so we don't understand ourselves. Hi, welcome to my life. So I think for ladies, we don't understand ourselves. So that lady was an Arabic boss, and then for me, I'm a black. And then I felt like there was some sort of discrimination, because what happened is, in the shop, there was something like a commission. If you sell 10 BD, they give you 1 BD as your commission. So when customers are coming, I welcome the customers from the door and then bring them up to the table so that they can sit. And then there was a Filipino lady there.
It's always...
you're not late. It's
always better to be late
than not to be there.
Available, okay? So you're welcome.
So when I was there was another Filipino girl there. So this Filipino girl was working there. You know what happened? I brought my customers from there. They went to that seat. When I went to take their orders, she told me, leave that place. The other girl go and take order. My God! I have been doing waitress for months. I know, you know the menu. The old chef who was in Arabica is the same chef. So I already know the menu. I know everything that, like, do you know the menu? I said, there's nothing in the menu that I don't know. This thing, I know it. This is the menu in my former cafe. So I know it. Of course, I can take order without even a book. because you have to be efficient. You have to, memorize things. I will take order without even a book or a tablet. I'll just tell me what order. I'll be singing like a song. So when she told that girl to go and take it, that table they bought for over 100 BD. How much is that girl taking that night? 10 BD.
Yeah, that's
and that 10 BD was supposed to be my money, and I was so broke. Hi! I was angry.
Raining days in Bahrain is something else.
I was so mad. I'm like, I don't have it. I'm just starting, and this thing is happening. The next day again, she did that same thing. I called you that evening. I told her, you know what? Do you have vacancy? You told me, you're not sure and stuff like this. I said, hey, wahala for me. I said, okay, no problem. When I sent my CV and then I came there, had an interview with the boss. And when I had an interview with the boss, Mahmoud was like, they are going to take you, they are going to take you. I felt so confident because anyways, for me, when I go for an interview, I always get the opportunity to get that job. I do my best to grab that job.
Guys, see, for interview, stick to what you know.
Don't try and embarrass me here.
See, no, it's not the issue of embarrassing you.
Okay.
Let's say we'll use your mistake
to correct other people's own.
Yes, we'll use her mistake to correct other people's own.
But wait, let me tell you something. I have one of my aunts. I will mention her name, Auntie Avin. So this my aunt is in the US. She told me that every time I go for an interview, if they ask me that, can you do this? Tell them that yes. Even they ask you that, can you drive? Tell them that yes, you can drive. And then you go enter that into Suzongo. You go into Suzongo together. Anyway, continue. Sorry for cutting short.
Can you imagine our first cafe? I was a barista / juice maker. She was a waitress. Now,
cashier.
When she asked if there's vacancy, I said yes. She sent her CV. Wait, let's hear from the horse's mouth. Did you by chance put barista there?
Yeah, I put barista.
Okay, so now, how can somebody be waitress, cashier, and barista? Okay, let's just assume she did that. In Cameroon, you have to fill your CV with even the one you did not even do. So, I gave her 2 choices. And in those 2 choices, there was one that was very easy for her to take. The juice making session. She preferred the hard way, the only way. Hey, Papa God. I only sat and I heard, Capi, do you know, we saw somebody and I'm sure it's one of your colleague in the other office. Now, to describe her is very easy. Is it that? They say yes. She's small. They say yes. So do you know what she came and made? I said no. Say she met Sha. Now, what is Sha? Sha is like we call it corn beer.
Hey, wahala.
If you don't want to call it corn beer, let's just say normal tea. This tea that you take Ovaltine and you take milk, you mix together, it has a brown color. That's what Auntie went and met as latte for her interview.
It was my confidence for me.
So one thing I'll tell you when it comes to the part of interview, stick to some few basics. Learn 1 or 2 and stick to it. The rest, if they ask you, yes, I know, but I'm not really perfect at it, they will perfect it for you. Especially in the Middle East. They ask for experience, give them experience on what
you know best.
The rest, you are willing to learn.
Always use that statement, I'm willing to learn.
That's just the key. So,
because what happened in my case was when I wanted to leave that company and then to join him, I was like, what type of people are they looking for? He was saying that actually they need people who know how to make coffee. And then when we were at that cafe, I was just a waitress and a cashier. I was like computer and food. That's what I was dealing with. I don't want to do anything.
And a very stubborn student.
Yeah, very stubborn student.
Learn coffee.
No. He would tell me, come inside the bar and learn how to do coffee. I think, no, I'm not learning anything. I was sometimes he will even force me, come and steam milk. I'm like, I don't want to steam milk.
And you went and walk.
And then when they asked me if I could do coffee, and then you know what happened in that shop, shop where the shop where I was working, the other cafe where I was working, they took me there as a barista. So they were willing to pay me the salary of a barista. Can you imagine? And then the best thing of it is that they didn't have this machine that we have in our shop. They have just this a small machine, like you just boil water and put coffee, you know. So they do that
manual machine.
And then the good thing is I had learned all this mojito from you. So how to make a very presentable mojito and juices, I already know all those things from you because you had taught me. So for mojito, when the first thing they asked me, what can you make? I said, for mojito, I'm perfect. If you want any juice, I'm perfect. So they said, okay, I need passion fruit mojito. I said, okay, can you give me lime leaf, you know, all these things. I made it. It looks so good. I mean, when you see it, it looks so good. So they were willing to pay me the salary of a barista. So, hey, barista.
Barista will make you sharp.
So when I came to Revive, when I came to this shop, I didn't know that it was, you know,
full practical.
I didn't know that this is what they wanted. I mean, I was just thinking that maybe they'll just ask me, do you know how to do coffee? I'll just say yes. And they say, okay, that's it. When I came there, I saw machine. I saw the machine in the first place. When I finished, and then the coffee, I threw everything down, scatter everywhere. Where, Vanessa? See, I was just lucky to get the job. Then when I noticed, when I knew that, hey, I don't know how to do that coffee. When the boss herself came and asked me, can you make coffee? I said, no, I can't make coffee. I said, no, I cannot make coffee, but I can make juice. I can make mojitos. I'm so good in mojitos. I said, okay. Then the manager, actually, I feel like this manager really wanted me to work in the shop because she showed a lot of interest. Even though I messed up with the coffee so well, there were so many of us at the interview. Many.
It was an open interview.
And we're so many. And then the thing is that the interview when we went that day, the way I was dressed, I was looking like one small piece, madam. I wore my high shoe, putting on, you know, I was looking somehow very, very presentable. Because what I'm always saying, presentation counts. The way you want to be addressed is the way you should dress. Dress how you want to be addressed. So the way I was dressed, that time I had not played my hair. I had my small bacala. I just put my wig. And then I went on time. They said we should come at 12. I think 11:30, I was already there. I was waiting for the boss.
So that's just like what I was telling them earlier.
Yeah.
You have to come early, on time.
I went there early. And then the manager now took my CV. I think they interviewed me, maybe the third or the fourth person. I finished there. And then I went home. I was already done. Then I was talking out with the boss, you know, and one little thing when it concerns interview. If you're going for an interview, know that this same person who is giving you interview or who is interviewing you has blood just like you.
Yeah.
This person also pee, this person also poo. So don't go for an interview and you're shaking. Most of the times you see this for the Arabic people, right? They don't like when you're talking to them, or let's say you're having an interview with them and then you're talking to them and your head is down. No. They like it eyeball to eyeball. You should look at them in your eye like this. Because if you start shaking and you start panicking or no,
wait, come again. do you have blood in your eye?
No. I have blood in my eye.
Jesus.
Leave me. I want to be serious. So when you're going for the interview, you need to be bold. Put it in your mind that this person who is going to interview me has the same blood flows through this person's vein. This person will not eat me. This person is not a monster. My ever first interview I had, it's like it was scam. The way I went to Dubai, I applied for a job. The boss came and looked for me in the house. Then I called my father. I said, Daddy, there are two men looking for me outside here. My father, we had interview in front of my household. That was my first ever interview. I called my father. I said, Daddy, come. My father was there. He was like this. Then they were like, what's your name? I said my name. Which experience you have? I told them everything, and they told me, can you start working tomorrow? No, come and sign your offer letter.
Yeah.
I'm like, these people actually came and looked for me in my house. Hey Vanessa, I've made it in this life. Hello big sis. Yes, you are so late. You are so late today. Anyways, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to my life. So I felt like it was calm, but at the end of the day, I got myself that job and I worked. And then you know me now, when the work is not going, I don't waste time. The way I run it, I just. But the good thing is, the work the job here in Bahrain. In fact,
It's okay. No need being sorry, alright? At least you're on time. You are like
she's one
so
Alex.
no, she's so early for the next interview.
She's so early for the next interview.
I'm telling you.
So, like I was saying, my own opinion, my own experience when it comes to who is the hot guy? I'm blushing.
Hot to
Hey, no, this man, he's married though.
Ibare.
Father of two.
It really bad.
This is my elder brother, my friend, my colleague. We work in the same company. We worked in the same company, in the former company where I was working Arabica, and then now we are still in the same company. So we are inseparable. When you run and go to another company, I'll follow him.
Send your applications. If she accepts. Is he married? But I don't see his wife around.
No, he's in Bahrain, so his wife is in Cameroon. Don't worry, he's married. He has 2 children, 1 boy and a girl. So he's a married man. Stop looking at me like that. I'm blocking your market everywhere.
Auntie, calm down.
You will not cheat on my mother.
See, I have boys.
You have boys.
Yes, I'm married thrice. Alright. So, guys, despite everything, traveling for job or moving out is good. All right. If you feel like you can make it home, it's an advantage. If you feel like you can make it out, it's still an advantage. Life is
I don't mind being the second wife. Guys are few. No chance. Application denied. Application denied. Sorry, désolé.
Yeah.
Say let him market. Oh no, there's no way he can market. He's taking. He's taking.
The market wrong. I understand for joining. The market wrong. Oh. This one need the green.
Thank you guys so much for joining.
This one need the green cell.
No, the thing is, I know his wife, so if he wants to approach any girl the way I knock him, I tell him, no, don't go there, he's married.
Wait, correct your English grammar. I the first approach.
No, they're approaching you now. So, yes.
We are running out of power.
Don't worry. Our power is not the problem when you call.
And I'm running on hungry.
There's food. That's not the problem.
Chicken, is there chicken there?
Small sweet chicken.
Alright.
Just give me guys, give me 1 second. 1 second, I'm coming.
Where are you going to?
Don't shake from that line.
Is it a real wall or race wall? Afana. The way it's there, I need to see your update. What's happen? You need to post again.
She's posting now.
She's posting how? Then how come I don't have notification?
Maybe you did not put your notification on.
Now that she's gone, tell me.
I'm back, oh.
Come on. You go spirit.
Now that she's gone, tell me, do you like me too?
Wait. She said, do I like her too?
Say, let me shoot you now.
Is she too?
She's 1.
Then I'm posting every Wednesday and Sundays.
She's posting. Like, I saw her video, I think 2 days ago. You didn't see it. She's posting. Maybe you did not see.
I have eye problem.
Anyways, guys, so as I was talking, for me, my own experience when it comes to working with nationalities, I've had just one wahala with the Arabic lady I told you I was working with. Like, she was not I felt like it was because of my black skin. At one point, she was pretending that maybe she likes me.
You black.
Yeah,
Say black.
My chocolate skin. No, I'm black because there everybody was white.
Say because you are from Africa.
Because I'm from Africa.
Thank you.
So I feel like
we are supposed to say black men. You people, Jangsa.
I'm not creamy. This is my father told me that if I dare, he will cut me small, like how do they call it? To tear me small, small, rub pepper my body. So since then, I don't even want to catch oil. So my own experience with working with Africans, like on TikTok, I hear a lot of posting that no, it's not good to help African. You know what happened to me when I was talking Arabica? I had the chance to bring a lot of people into the job, into the market. What did they do? They kept me hanging. Like there was one she needed a job. I thought, oh, wait, let me share this life first before I come with the question. Where you and these people? Okay, let me continue. So
what
I want to
happened?
believe.
No, there's nothing to believe. Seeing is believing, but this one will not happen.
Because at the end of the day, let me finish and I check it and I see all of them.
Well, don't evict them the same way they evicted me.
Okay, so like I was saying, my own experience when it concerns working with Africans, I don't have any, let's say, any bad experience, because I've worked with you, who is a Cameroonian, and we are actually from two different parts of Cameroon. I'm from the English side, while you're from the French side, and we don't have like any major clash, because I think there's mutual understanding and respect between us. Although sometimes my screw that he loses that they untie, but I feel like there's that respect. I respect the fact that he's not only big, he's my colleague, my senior colleague, so you know that respect is there. But one time, so man girl was strong head.
Not the losing.
Where as you saw with the music, please stop, I will momo you.
With the music.
Yeah, I told them, I begged them not to put it. After this, they'll get it hot for me.
Even she was just passing like one wishy shadow.
They'll get it hot for me after this. It's only today that they want to be traveling. They want to go and pee. All their pee.
They've not seen a black man before, so that's why.
Okay, so now let's say that, what's your worst thing about working in Bahrain? What's your worst thing that when you think about it, say, chai, better than Cameroon?
Yeah, food 5 and 6. So first of all, the bad experience about Bahrain is nobody give a damn. If you are tired, they don't give any damn.
They don't care.
They don't care. Which means, for example, your off can be cancelled at any moment. What do we mean by off? Your resting days.
Yeah.
In Cameroon, we have Sunday for resting days.
No, we have Friday night.
No, that one, those are for like civil servants.
Okay.
We mean like private sectors, or like you have just like Sunday for your resting days. And that one, they respect that one. It's just like a normal fact. Sunday, you don't, if you like, you go to work, you like, you don't go to work. But here, it's just like it's standard. If you like, you are working 10 hours, and there was an overtime of 3 hours, you work 13, around 13 hours.
13 hours.
When you work that 13 hours, don't think because you work 13 hours, they'll give you off. No. And you cannot just get up and you stay your home. So that's like, if you want to ask me my bad experience, that's like a bad experience. If I was home.
No, but when you talk about bad experience, it has to do with the company. I don't think it has to do with Bahrain. Because you have worked in other companies. Was this like this?
Well, it was not like this. But first of all, you are not supposed to use my off in any way or the other. Even if you are to pay me, you are not supposed to use my off. So even in the fact that they are paying you, that's your resting day. You need to rest. The body needs. See, there's one thing I tell people: no matter how much you earn, if you don't put this body to rest,
it will break.
That's it.
It will break
and
down.
When it breaks, you have to repair it. And repairing it is not easy. Me, I used to say, I'm big. and I eat. So it's not something like we should say, oh, I work, I have. See, there's time to save and there's time to eat.
Time to enjoy.
Forget about enjoy.
Forget about my future.
With a
my
jolly,
future not they go anywhere.
Jolly the jolly every day.
Yeah.
So the only reason I can tell you I miss home. First of all, the resting. Second, timing. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And the way they treat us is not home we are kings.
Yeah. Queens. Have you ever had a fight with anyone at work just because you are black? Like they refuse you
to
shouldn't
attend to the cause of your color. All right. I faced that problem once.
You faced it?
Yeah.
You do.
With it was a lady. It was a lady, and there are some certain things also. For example, in some certain fields, you are not allowed to wear anything during your working hours. The only thing that is acceptable to wear should be your gloves.
Okay.
There was this woman, she came one day.
I remember.
I don't know what happened that day. I just like, I was wearing a ring.
I remember.
So from that aspect, the way the old lady take, and in fact, the way she looked at me, if I was the only one in that cafe,
she would have not bought
she would have not bought anything.
Yeah, that day we worked together.
Yes.
Yes, I remember.
So those are like some of the
and that's his wedding ring. Oh. From that day, he removed the wedding ring. He's no longer wearing that ring. He served that woman. That woman said, no. The other lady should take care of. The other lady should serve me. She does not want. Said no. Somebody's wedding ring. Can you imagine?
So that's like my own encounter. And first of all, it will be very difficult. In fact, extremely difficult for me not to save somebody. Or for somebody to say no. I want but that white guy to come and serve me.
Yeah, because you're so friendly, by the way.
It's very difficult. So from my own experience, this kind of question, I can say I don't have the answer to that one because my own will be no.
Me and Festo, me.
You always get matter. Why do you say I matter? Give your own matter.
Me, that woman, I cannot forget her. Even they pay me, I cannot go back to that place to work.
So those are just some of the cases. Like now, wonders.
Some women can be so extreme.
See.
Yeah, because of ring. If you the thing is not only rejection. If you saw the way she treated him, the good thing about him is that he does not even have time. Like he does not care.
Who that one concern?
The way she made no. He's wearing ring. And then she was putting on gloves.
He was putting on
gloves to serve her, because in our place where we work, you don't touch anything without putting on gloves. That's the rules and regulation that we must follow. You must wear your gloves. So he was putting on gloves. Finished doing everything we had to serve her. She refused. We had to make a new thing and give her. And I was the person who had to make it and give her.
Thank God, at least I was even hungry. So
we just transfer that one to the stomach.
So for some one or two, especially we call it front line. If you are walking in the front line or a frontliner, you need to be able to smile 24 hours. That's just the gospel truth. To avoid problem. Because these people, it's just like when they get up in the morning, they're angry. They just want to see a black man smiling.
Then what I'm not there, I would have humbled her and get sad.
There are many ways to humble people. There are many ways. But it's just that ladies stays ladies. Yeah. That's just the truth. The way I interact with these people, I don't even know if there will be anyone. You bring problem, I bring problem, that is more on your own.
Yeah.
But before you go, we are smiling.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's just my own way of interacting with these people.
You don't have any issue of waking up from the bed, like in the morning, You don't face that issue. It's not enough bad side. You don't face it because for me,
As I day here, I don't know how I'll get up.
for me personally, to wake up today and go to work, I said it. I asked myself, is it really necessary to get this salary for today? Must I get this salary? That's what I asked myself when I got up. My alarm, and then when the alarm rings, I will put it off and then I will sleep again. And by the time you say you want to sleep again for 5 minutes, you find yourself 9 a.m. That's where you're waking up. That's 2 hours late from your shift. You find yourself.
But the only thing I told myself, and I stopped myself from it, was in our former cafe, the driver does not wait for you. You wait for the driver. So there were some days the two of us would bypass at the entrance, and she'll be asking me, brother, you need to go walk. I said, Mami, I walk at the go so. So with concerning time, once my alarms, because it's better. In fact, I'm making like this.
Let me tell you what happened to him one day when we were working in the former cafe. In our former cafe, we're going to work at 12 now. Was it at 12? Or was it
there was 12. It was a split shift. So there were days, if you work 12, you have to come back at 4. You rest, and then you go back 8 p.m. Now there were days, full shift was was it 2? It was 3? No, it was
12.
No.
We took at 12.
Yes, that's a broken shift. That was a split shift, morning shift.
Morning shift.
So full shift, you go at 3, then you come back at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So when it is our turn to work morning shift, that's 12 o'clock. Right.
We woke up that morning. What happened is, I woke up, he woke up. Then the way I passed, I went like this, phew! Then I saw him. I turned and looked at him. He was like this. I said, brother, I don't want to walk. Then this is how he was. He was like this. I did go. His eyes were not even clear. And the worst thing is that I was trying to go to work. The car had gone and left me. They had left me. And I was running. I had not worn my shoes. I was putting on my socks. Then I was holding my shoes. I was running so I could meet the car. I was like, then for me to run, I see my brother come out of the car. Man, bro, you're not going air. I didn't go walk there. That's how it was. Then I went outside. The car has gone. I just stayed outside. I did not say anything. I waited for him to finish. He came and met me outside. He said, they left you also.
No, but I can't blame you. The driver was crazy.
See, they left us countless times. There was
that was when that was my first time of using what we call bus card.
Yeah.
Which means
that's the first time we changed that Kuwait money.
Yeah. Okay, yes. The first day I had this Kuwait.
Listen, don't they give you people the option of choosing your shift?
There are cafes that have split shift.
Yeah.
And there are cafes that have one constant shift. Like for example, this one we are in now has 2 shifts. It has morning shift and evening shift. But unfortunately, if you have so it's just like if you are blessed, you are night shift. If thunder has fired you or your village people are calling you, you are morning shift. They will just be
minion saying you. They say when they leave you guys behind, how do you guys go? That's what I'm about to tell you now.
There are 2 things involved.
You either trade.
The faster way is expensive. Then the cheaper way takes time. Which means it's either you take a taxi, and taking a taxi is around 4,000 to 5,000 for Cameroon currency. Yeah. Just to go for a distance of
very short. Very short distance.
Just to go for a 10-minute distance with car.
Yeah.
But it's either you wait at the bus stop. Then you take a bus for 500 francs, and you take 15 to 20 minutes to get to the job site.
Say trek there. I heard the sun is 100 degrees. When you talk about sun now, I'm washing my dresses now. When I come back from work, I wash my uniform. In the morning, the uniform is dry. It's dry and it looks iron. My uniform is dry and it looks iron.
The sun here is back to back.
Taxi.
Now this let's just say this 5K is just like for that short distance. So imagine if you have to go longer distance. First of all, like their roads here are well tarred, which means, remember, in Cameroon, if you have to leave maybe Bamenda to Douala,
straight,
that's Bamenda to Douala, that's around 6 hours driving. But here, Bamenda to Douala is around 2 hours or 1 hour driving.
Yeah.
So that's now the difference. Everything, especially if you want to do anything here and you want to check how much you are spending home, you will not do anything. If
you just dare to convert the currency, like when I came
yes.
Yeah, taxi business they pay.
The taxi it gives a lot of Africans here. It's just like their secondary job.
Yeah.
It's a rat taxi job.
So that day and then the worst thing is that we were so broke, we didn't have money. He had one of his Kuwait's money, Kuwaiti dinar, that he had kept for so long.
One of my friends that went to Kuwait came back. So I don't know what happened. I took that was 2 Kuwait dinar from that my friend, and it has been in my wallet. So you know this this habit of us men.
Yeah.
Always like when you have maybe a new currency of another country,
you just keep it.
No matter how you are broke, it should be in your wallet.
Yeah.
That it shows that you have something. So that's how we managed to go to work that day. And that one Kuwait dinar, we exchanged it to Bahraini currency. It gave us 1 BD 200 fils. Now in Cameroon currency, that's around 1,800.
Yeah.
So he gave us 1,800 francs. So we went.
We went to that one that day.
That's how we survived that day. After that one, we got the boss still went, and this day, see, this was like my worst day in Bahrain. The boss went. Then the funniest thing is that, listen, the funniest part of it is that I was living with the driver in the same room.
The driver wake up, take shower,
and leave. So just imagine when the driver goes. Now this day, this is when I knew black magic affects black people. This day, I was late. She was late. She went out. She did not meet the boss. She called me. When she called, hello brother. Where are you? That's when I woke up. I said, hey, I'm coming. They said, where are you? So I'm almost at the job site. Now, why I was rushing to prepare to go to work, when I came out of the gate, that's how my sister was sitting there. I said, sis, you know go up. I know meet up boss.
The boss had gone and left me.
Now for her, she thought I was already in the cafe, not knowing I was still sleeping. That day we went to the cafe. One little Indian guy. See, you just take today as you are off. See, they just told me that take today as you are off. I said why? They said because you are late. I said what's that?
See that driver is a snake and kill you. How can he leave you? Ha! You don't know. One does. I see they're in the same room. He gets up, take his shower, leave him, and then go.
Now the funniest thing about this place is that when you are off, it's just like nobody knows.
Nobody knows when you're off and when you're working.
When you're working, which is the same way. Like once I'm in the room, if I've turned off the light, you are not allowed to put it back on.
No way.
Your phone rings, you go outside,
It will leave you in vibration.
So that is just like we have some certain rules, which mean somebody's working morning, somebody's working night. Before you are closing night, the person morning is sleeping.
You have to sneak in the house.
Automatically, we cannot really blame the driver, because it makes it now difficult for him to know if I will go for duty
morning or
night.
Evening, yeah.
So those are some of the aspects. But I'll tell you, waking up and going to work early in the morning, like now, I've been working evening shift for close to a year, and they just recently switched me
to morning shifts.
To get up with something else. Like now, this as you see her here, she's just smiling anyhow. It's just like she's off tomorrow, which means she's working in the night.
Hi James, you're welcome to my life. But you still go and sleep. You sleep and then you get up in the morning and you continue your day.
Now that they've even evicted me from Big Sister's house.
This one is Big Sister house. Boys are not allowed to come there.
So they've evicted me. I have to start traveling after the life. So that's just one of the worst parts. So I'm working morning, she's working night. Then she has enough time to rest.
I have more than enough time.
Exactly.
More than enough time to rest.
It's just like we usually just consider it as off.
As off. Yeah.
When you work morning
and then they give you night, that's your off. So you have time to sleep.
Automatically she has a lot of time. But the advantage is that I'm sure, why you cook?
They have cooked already.
You have cooked already?
There's food.
Matthew 7:7.
After this will swallow.
Which time you cook?
I've cooked.
I don't suspect you. They say don't they do this thing.
I've cooked. Don't worry about my future. My future is not going anywhere.
Your future is staying in the
But here in this our new cafe, they have never left us. Like the driver has never gone and left us. You want to go and leave us who work in the shop? They'll wake you up from that bed though.
This one goes to shower. If we are leaving at 2:10. She enters the shower at 2:08. Like seriously, who does that?
They make that go round.
It depends. In a big pot, you go round. So please, help me advise her. One day, I will go with me, and you will stay.
I will stay where? I'll follow you. I'll follow you everywhere.
So, please advise her. The shower at least 15 minutes before time. You need to shower.
I've changed now. Now when they say we are leaving the house 2:15, 2 o'clock I go and take my shower.
How will I know now that I'm not working night shift?
I've changed now.
Yeah, but you have not changed. Today we came in the morning. What time did you come out?
I was ready. When you sent me that, have you checked this in the stock? I was ready.
And then how come I entered the stock room before you?
No, I was planning that when they never come.
So automatically you guys are seeing. These are some certain things we all need to avoid. This issue of late coming.
See this? Wait. We're talking about the issue of late coming.
No, I was.
Which was? This is not better. Look at let's say before going to work we have to pack things from the stock room because we have stock room we regress things. Before going to work we have to pack things. Sometimes you have to come and pack everything and you have to be in the stock room, let's say for 2 o'clock before that. Just imagine we're there 2 o'clock, 2:15, it's not there, 2:30. You just see you Cameroon is back. We don't pack all things out moto. Then he'll come and sit.
No, but wait, let's face let's face this fact. We live in the same accommodation, but the boys are upstairs, the ladies are downstairs.
Like we cannot go up and they cannot come down.
But the stock room now is downstairs, which means that's the only time boys are allowed to come downstairs. So guys,
that's no excuse.
Wait, guys, wait. So tell me, really, is it fair You have okay, we are going 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 ladies downstairs, and they are still expecting that you leave upstairs, you come down to pack the request.
The thing is, guys, look at
African man is always African
one
man.
African man. There are 2 girls, and there are 3 shops. So I have my own shop that I have to work in. The other girl is working her own shop, and he's working his own shop. He has his own requests. He will not even come here. He will sit, wait to pack everything, put in the car. You just see him, not even 2:15, maybe 2:20, 2:30. You just see him walking majestically. And I don't come my request. Yes. We kick off and we are gone, and he's talking about late coming. In fact, this late coming here is a general thing.
No, but wait, calm down. Statistically now, that other one, late coming is like, was a bit accepted. This other one, if you are late, before you reach at the job site, you already have customers.
But wait, oh, that place seems like a dorm. Why can't they let you guys stay? How do they want you? I thought you guys are adults. Why they go? Adults?
You don't get choice.
No, there's nothing like adults. Oh.
This is an Arabic country.
If they catch them,
if it's just like if we want to stay together, which means we have to rent a place. Accommodations, they have their rules and regulations, and you, in fact, they are strictly monitored.
Yeah, there's camera everywhere.
So it's just like they control you, are the one who go into it. For example, for me, before coming here, I decided I will not rent. First of all, if I'm earning 200,000 francs and I'm renting, by the end of the month, I'll be left with 80,000 francs. And maybe that 80,000 francs, I have to send money home. I have to save. So automatically, why should I rent when I can stay in an accommodation and I earn maybe 150 or 180,000? Which means automatically, if I draw my calculation very well, I can save that 80,000 and I use 100,000 for other things. So that's just like the meaning of, or the advantage of staying in an accommodation. Meaning you can bring your wife.
Meaning you can't bring.
If you are married. Yeah, meaning you can't bring. No. Now, we have like restriction. For married couples, that one is
okay.
Very okay. We have some, like, let's just say some quarters or some areas that allow even neighbor. So we have some of those places that are allowed, but we have now restricted areas. There are some areas, if you are an African person, you have to like maybe you give or you provide the number of people that
like where we are staying.
Yes, that can visit you.
Yes, where we are staying, nobody visits us.
Yes, like for us, where we are staying, nobody visits us.
You're not allowed.
Now we have somebody who is like staying out, just same area, but he or she, they have limited access of people that can visit them.
Yeah.
So that's just how it's just like Bahrain is.
Yeah, because here. Anyway, here in our company house, because in Arabic, people could visit in the house.
Yes.
Like friends could visit in the house. Yes. But here, no way. I mean, even they see you, like the two of us always play like 2 puppies. If they see the two of us outside, they might just call our boss and say there's a guy and a girl out there, not knowing that we are colleagues and we're working in the same place.
I can't tip eyes.
Not knowing that we are colleagues and we're working in the same place. So where we are is like GRA. I don't think they are even comfortable seeing black stain around. I don't think, because most of the time when they see, they're like, can we talk to your boss? Who is the owner of the house?
Who is the owner of the house?
Why just talk to the owner of the house? The owner of the house wants us to stay here. He or she has a reason why they want to stay. So most of the time when they ask, don't give a number. We'll just be like, oh, we don't know.
You get number.
You cannot even give. Why will you even give your boss number without her permission or his permission? So most of the time we don't really answer to whatever question they ask. So married people, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. They come, they just be doing poga.
Yeah, no chance, you cannot. it's maybe you're going to, get a different place. Maybe
Yeah.
that Bodebia side.
It's different quarter, like Shran quarter or Hausa quarter.
Those areas.
Those public area.
Yeah, but here you cannot have it.
So it's either you live in Old Town, Rendezvous, or Back Travelers. Yes.
But this is not Cameroon. We are in Bahrain.
But same.
Not
Those are the type of places that are easy for people to get. Is it that you are in Moliko or you live in that area where we have the University of Boya?
Moliko. Yeah, that area they're always 2-2. They're always staying 2-2.
Nice.
So that area is good area.
So
now I go to a place like GRA now, wahala for you. So that's how our area is.
That's how we are.
Yeah. So it's like GRA.
If you get a job where you are living in Moliko, you dey fine. Typical Bamenda begin. I will lie you. So that's just how the thing is. So we face a lot, we overcome a lot. But the truth is, the life here is not easy. But we make it easier.
Very easy for ourselves.
So that's just how the
make
thing
it
is.
so easy. Let me give you one thing that happened to us one day. So we had stayed in Bahrain for over, let's say, 4 or 5 months, and then we're like, okay, let's go and enjoy. We work the money, we enjoy, we touch the money. Let's go for clubbing one day. Do you know what that? I'm sure that day that bus left us. We said let's go and enjoy. Club closes at 12. At 2, we wanted to go at 12. There was no car to take us there. And then the girl who had to come and pick us, she was like, oh, the car is coming, the car is coming. It's that day we slept, and then the driver left us. From that day, I said, no, I'm not.
Can you imagine? We were off. I think we were off the same day.
We're off the same day.
They were off the same day. Now, just imagine this evil spirit. always behind me with toxic ideas. She'll sit and say, bro, you know Sasim will go club today soon. I said, we begin to go club. Why you know we don't tell me? Bro, no. We can still go. My friends they usually go this time. I said, okay, mama, yalla, call them. At least we are not doing anything. She called. Mommy, you go? Yes, I'll call my brother. No problem, who they go? Okay, 10 o'clock, 11, 12, which means 2 hours left.
I even called one of the drivers. I asked that boy, I sleep. He said, no, I'm dancing.
So, just like that, can you imagine? We closed the cafe at 2. Before 2:15, we are in the accommodation. Now, can you imagine? At 2:15, the cafe people closed already, and they come. In fact, they bypass us on the way, still waiting for the people that are to take us to club. I just told her, Mommy, you know what? I'm not going again.
Let's go.
This is like job and overtime. We went home, we slept, and the next day we were working morning.
Everybody woke up at the time.
So
it's our own time.
We woke up instead of going to the cafe at 12. We arrived the cafe around 2. So they just told us to take our off for next week the same day. Okay.
That club was not for us, I swear.
See.
They told us that you should go and take off.
So automatically in Bahrain everything is programming.
Yeah, programming.
Time conscious. If
you mistake with your time, you cry it after.
So that's just it. And there's no redemption. There's no I'm sorry. I'm sorry, no problem. Yeah, no problem. But month end.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Will you have /sorry?
/sorry your bank account.
That's just the case. Anything you do in Bahrain,
you are accountable for it.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's just it.
I mean.
No, so any questions?
I don't go ask you.
No. Give a chop now. So after a chop now, so if you go, you know a chop.
I know what chop.
You know what chop? Okay, go up with the life now. So I'm gonna go pee at the left. Any questions, guys? Because I'm about to close my live. I've been live for 1 hour 38 minutes, almost 1 hour 40 minutes. In fact, almost 2 hours. Hey, Vanessa.
That's overtime.
That's overtime.
And you go pay me.
He's also a YouTuber, Cappy Man for Liquid. Guys, please check out his YouTube channel and subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's an upcoming YouTuber. He created a content one day. He told me that, Vanessa, I do create a content. I say, welcome to YouTube.
Man, this YouTube is crazy.
No, I used to think that to create content was so easy till the time where I have to start editing everything.
No, but you know, for me, I have a lot of content in my head.
Yeah, you have content, but to put it down is something else.
So
having the head is different.
That's just the problem. But on my page, I have the power of transforming anything liquid.
Next time you guys do live on his channel, definitely we could do it today with his like a combined.
No, don't mind this wishy. The agreement for this live, oh my god.
Was that we do it together? Do you not see your phone was slow?
Go. Wait.
So he said his phone was slow.
Toxic child.
Each time you have idea, write it down.
Where?
In a script.
Do I move around pen and paper? Each time you have idea, write it down. Okay, in a script. Okay.
Yeah. See, this is my book. All my ideas. If I just think about anything to talk about YouTube.
Do you move around with the book?
My book is always in my back.
By the way, your own is nice. See, her YouTube page is like, just more complicated. Because for her, anything she sees, she can broadcast.
Yeah.
But my own needs practical.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like let's just say dealing with liquid. I do non-alcoholic drinks. You can have a party and you decide nobody will use bottle, or you will not buy any product. You just get your fruit.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
you're welcome to my life.
Those people will be asking you, please, can we come again for another event in your house, even if you don't have anything? Just
like
based on
like the Christmas one. The only thing is that for me, I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol.
Actually, you don't drink alcohol, but you had mocktail, right?
Yeah, I had.
So
He made a different one.
So we made cocktail and we made mocktail. So when I started my YouTube, I used to write everything down, but now I hardly do. Actually, all the recipe is already here. So the problem is, in the former cafe, like the other branch, I was mostly working alone.
You're working with me? Working alone how?
Working with you? Were you not in the other branch?
Yes, I was in the other branch.
So now I have an advantage of like working with two people.
Yeah.
So it will be easy for me to shoot or make videos now, because if you go to my page, you discover almost all my videos I single-handedly do it, which means with the practical, the theory, everything I shoot it alone. My top shooter listen a better video. I check up alone. So apart of that one, well, a journey of million miles.
Start with
crawling.
1,000 miles.
So that's just it. What's the name of it, China again? Cappy Man for Liquid.
Cappy Man for Liquid.
They were the man for liquid is like a joint word, and the 4 is
4.
The letter 4. But I think the thing has even progressed now until when I ever use different phone, I type.
You can just easily see.
It just comes.
Now you are upgrading.
Also, I will 90 subscribers.
See, that's why you know that now. YouTube is not for the weak.
No, actually, it's not.
I've been doing YouTube, like I've been making videos non-stop for how many months? You know how many subscribers I have? 421. And then what happened is some days I sleep, I wake up, the next minute my subscriber one has reduced.
Yes.
The next minute you see it like it had reached 400 weeks ago.
It fluctuates.
Then it will just come, another person just unsubscribe. and then they'll come back. So what happened is I said I'm not more checking the subscribers. I'm not checking. I'll just be posting my videos. If subscriber come, because if you want to be checking about subscribers, you might not do video.
No, but actually, I've discovered when it's just like when you have more content on your page, you have like an advantage. I tried searching, but I can't find.
Is there any way I can type? So I could type this name.
Oh, I'm even live.
Capi, CAPI, then man, then for liquid. Capi, man for liquid. The man for liquid is a joint word, so you know it's the same exactly. This is how it should be. Yeah, Capi, man for liquid.
That's the evil spirit. See, I'm instant live with another account.
Yeah, so this is it.
I know get set. I'm live with my master account.
Okay. So anyways, guys, if you don't have any questions, I'm so grateful for the people who took their time to come and watch this my life. I was not expecting. At one point I'm seeing 9 views, I'm seeing 10, I'm seeing 4
for the first time.
I'm like, wow, Capi has brought people into my channel. I don't know if you shared my life on your status. Then yeah, we'll see after this. Anyways,
see, we'll see everything now. We'll see after this has to end here. After this life, no year film. The only thing after this life is food.
Food.
Yes.
There's no problem. Food. There's food.
Which thing?
Okay, guys. So
the way you guys you see us like quarreling or making all this thing. That's how our daily life is.
He told me today that I'm threatening him too much. That I don't know that he's my elder brother. Just everything about me is violence.
Toxic.
Don't
bother. Didn't I say real wall? No bother. I will upload. There's one video I took today. Oh my god! Wow.
That video now.
That will be the sleep.
Don't try that though. He took me a video of me sleeping.
See, how can they bring somebody as backup for today?
I slept the whole day.
Fuck.
No, what happened is because he gave me food.
Ooh.
Usually when I go to work in the morning, I don't want to eat because when I eat, I start feeling sleepy. I start feeling tired. He gave me food. Why did you give me food in the first place?
I do have mine.
So if you not give me that food now,
you would have fun together. Yeah.
You guys have fun together.
So it's man for liquor. Man for liquor.
Yes.
Liquid.
He's my big bro. He gave me food. If he did not give me food, I will not have stress. I will not be sleeping. And I was sleeping throughout. And then the worst thing is that he'll be disturbing me when I'm sleeping. He'll come and shake me. I told him that he's making this thing. I'll just vomit here. Hey, boy. Okay, so guys, I have come to the end of my life. It's almost 2 hours making this live, and it has been a progress so far. We had a lot of questions, and if you want to know what we talk about, you can still go to the beginning, because I'm going to save this video here for future purpose. You know, sometimes I'll look at it and laugh in case maybe I'll not be beside him or not be beside him, because I'm seeing that you want to fly and leave me, but it can never work. We are together. Gum. So I'll be ending my life now, and like I said, I'm super grateful for everybody who took their time to watch my life. I'm so grateful. I'll see you guys again in my next live. I'll be uploading my video, but I don't know when I'll get live again, because this time I just told him, and it was under hard struggle for us to go on this live.
No, but I'll be back live in 2035.
You hear him? 2035. That time I'm married and I have kids and children everywhere. I don't know if that time I'll be a blogger anymore.
Yeah, the children will be the one watching.
Okay. No wahala. So I'll end my life now, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Capi, say bye to the camera.
Which camera?
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This girl will make our get copyright.